Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to the day 7 of this series. I hope everyone is doing great. Let me set up a bit. Hope everything is okay, everyone. Give me a minute, we'll start in few minutes. Okay, why I'm not audible? Hey everyone, I hope my mic is fine. I need to set up a bit. Okay, guys, let's start with the day 7. I'll remove the title, it was still from previous. Okay, yesterday I have done till question number which was okay. 2109. So I'll start with 2116. Yes. Okay, and then question completed are now 0. I'll aim for 10 today and let's see if I able to achieve the target. Okay, so next question will be 12116. bit of change. Okay, guys, let's start then. Looks things are fine. Okay, starting with the first question for this one. Oh, I think I have come. Okay, this is the previous one. I feel fruits with no sales. PD. Oh, I guess I have previously covered it in like not today, but then maybe sometime back. Yes, here ID and then ID. So I'll just. आज मम्मी आप फोन कर घर में. Okay, this one I have also completed. Okay, which when I have completed it. The product. Okay, the same one. And this one was pending. The currencies where I need to use the max to join the two tables and then get the max of it. Uh, okay, this mark it right there. And then the 2116 is done account registration. Hope it's fine now. Okay, then let me copy the ID and then yeah, the title of this question. And ID is 2126. Let's start the timer and then read the question. Find the number of account registration according to the sign up date. Output the year, months, YYMM, and the corresponding number of registrations. I guess I have solved similar set of the question. Maybe I definitely this isn't the same, but I guess something similar previously I have covered in this series. Let's see. What's with this question? Okay. And we need the month. Find the number of account registration according to the sign up date. Okay, based on the sign up date. Sign up date is start date, and this is a because this is a sign up table. In sign up table, we need to group based on the sign up date, output the year, month, and their corresponding number of registrations. Okay, so which is like pretty straightforward group by. Group by started at, and then same thing. But then last time I remember like we can use any number of Like not any number of, we can use multiple uh, functions on like at select, but then not at better not to use at like where clause and then these places. So like count the sign up IDs as well. I'm not gonna do the count star, rather I'm just stick to one column which is like unique key or unique ID, we can say. And I just want to see like so for sub substring, like it's one, and YY 4 5 6 7 till 7. Subs. Let me do my SQL. Just keep on forgetting the same thing. The timer is still on. The corresponding number of steps. Per sign up date. Run code. Okay. Based on sign up date, output the year with the number of account registration according to the sign up date. So since we have started at based on, we don't have anywhere to, it's not grouping based on the, I guess it, the group by will be based on the year and the month rather than a specific date. So account registration according to the sign up date. So sign up date hmm, okay, so rather I'll just use this substring for group by. I'm not sure if that is a optimized solution, like that is a better approach. But rather what I can I can try and use it and then see. Okay, I need to check the same in I'll say in ChatGPT and then get it verified. Just stop the timer. Because and like if I have to rate myself, I'll rate obviously 5 out of 5 because this is a pretty straightforward uh, question and then doesn't require like much of a complication. It's verified. Let's get it verified and check for any optimized solution. I won't spend too much time on validating everything because I felt like I used too much time to question back what I have done. It's logically correct. Okay. And let's see if there is any error. Okay. So senior level issues. If started date is date or timestamp, this forces implicit casting, prevents index uses. Okay. Yeah. Function applied is group by forced full table scan. And what should we do? Group by one. Mm, Date trunk. I again forgot this date trunk. But I don't know why it's again and again using date trunk. I should give it a try. I should give the try to the this question. And I don't see any difference here. Why it's saying group? Let's see in the MySQL. Oh, date format is one need to use rather than substring. Sign up month. Date format of month. I don't think so. We can use this way. Let me try it out. Like if I'm unsure that if you use a formula here and then we can utilize it in the group. I'm just doubtful on it, so I want to test it out. Oh, it works. Which is nice. How come it's working there? From okay, this bit odd. If I have to, but I can't use it in a where class. But I can use it in a group by class. Let me ask this question. Let me check for this question. Query why this is better performance, better execution plan. Okay, only one aggregated row per month. Oh, an aggregated row per month. Alternative for large data set, let's say like 10 millions of rows. Again, this materialized view, and then for that view, just get monthly signups and then use it. Okay, used in BI reporting systems. Reduce one. Okay. Then second is truncate. Instead of truncate, we can use date format. The date. This where clause is not even useful here because we are not looking at a specific year or anything. And there is no a date range mentioned. What if signups are before 2023? Something like that. Okay, so persisted columns. Which one is that? That column. Let's see. Option B and option C. Substring won't allow indexes. Date trunk is fine. For everything, it is fine. Materialized view. It column. Okay, we need to add another column and then just look for that specific column rather than using a formula. Definitely, being a data analyst, you won't have permissions to alter the table until unless like you are also playing a part of data engineers. Okay, so alter won't be a perfect solution. Better to use the same the same column where we have used date format and use it for group by. Yeah, but still I'll rate myself 5 out of 5. I felt the solution is fine in terms of scalable and all. Yeah, maybe like I am using function twice and then it is again and again working on in that terms. Still, I feel it's fine. Going to the next one. Question. So like total one question completed. And then I'll add the question detail as well. Real camera is not adjusted properly. It's fine now. Sales revenue. The next question. And the ID is 2127. Let's start the timer. See, calculate the total sales revenue for year 2021. First thing, when you look at year, just don't directly think of year function. That is how I do. The first thing comes to my mind is year function. I'll just directly go with the year function um, looking for that range thing. So the year is 2021. And what else? Calculate the sales revenue. Sales revenue, which means we need to get the total. A total. Now see total of the sales order total, which is like okay. Here, what was it? Order date greater than equal to 2020. So we need for 2021 year. What is the time out? 21 year. 2121 and order date less than 2022. And we need the sum of order total. I'll name it as sales revenue. 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 Okay. Give it a double quotes. Think something. Okay. That is total order total. I'm just wondering, is it in int? Okay, big int. So if it's in a int, I'm not gonna convert it in decimal or something like that, and like it won't make sense as well. So that is the final solution. Okay, within 3 minutes I completed. I also don't have a very good typing speed, so that's also one. It's not excuse, but uh, that's what I feel. I feel this is a perfectly fine solution. Calculate the solution for year 2021, starting the 21. Okay, let's get it verified. How much I score? I'll score 5 out of 5. This is the title. Title. What I Okay, I think I have stored the text somewhere again. Anyway, I'll just copy from previous. I need to modify this prompt as well. I'll check for a prompt uh, for my Python question. Perfect aggregation problem. Okay. 100% correct. At least. And optimize performance. Best case scenario would have been if there is index memory usage. Since this is streaming aggregation optimal. Partition by is not even required. What not to do here? Okay, I didn't follow that approach. Alternative solution between. Yeah, but then it says itself it's a contradictory statement. Okay, what not to do again? Not to use functions in the where clause is a big no-no. Partition table. Why we even need to partition table? See the partition solution. Mhm. Is there anyone? Nope. Let's do something good today. I was looking at the partition by range. Scans only by range. Uh, Production level optimization, true speed, partition by range. Okay, better I just get a goal is to get only scans at full partition by or range partition of. Okay, so I'll move to the next question because I feel like the solution was pretty fine, and then there is no alternative solution which can be, or there is no logical error I did. So total question covered are 2. Let's move to the next question. Post likes. So this is a meta question used in asked in meta, and these are like very easy level questions I'm covering for last 2 days. Two total question covered are 2. Let's update the title as well for this one. Post likes, and the ID is 2129. It's 2129. Okay, let's start the timer. You are given a list of posts of a Facebook user. List of posts of a Facebook user. Find the average number of likes, which is again the same group by. But let's see. Is there a date? No. We just simply need to get the average number of likes. Average number of likes. Let's see. Number of likes. For, you are given a list of posts of a Facebook user. List of. Okay. We just need to get the average. That's all. Average of number of likes. TVG likes. Just simply name it TVG likes. And then run this one. This is the average likes. Turn off the timer. Go to the GPT. Check. Mm, I mean, definitely, it's how much I'll rate myself. I'll rate myself. Score is 5 out of 5. Um, just quickly want to solve all these easy level questions, which are like pretty straightforward, so that I can move to the other ones. Buffer. Is there a buffer? Close. Sorry for that. Think something wrong with my internet today. Okay, I got a good prompt as well. I'll use that for the next show. Sorry, next one. And act as a set final. We are out of uploads. Oh, suddenly I'm out of uploads. Otherwise, your element will reset. If uploads you get more otherwise your limit is set in 6 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Excellent. Let's review this. The senior deadlines. Okay, logically correctness. Yes, it is, but then ignores null values. Oh, is it? That is a good point that null values are not being captured. I mean, are being used. Then let's say there is no likes at all. If table is empty, return null. If column is int type results are vary. Depending on like how many likes, but I think yeah, if they will already mention 0 numeric, null if count 0 average. Why this can be better? Average is similar, sum divided by count, but like they'll count only uh, null if the count makes sense if there are nulls. then how it will be handled. But I don't think so there will be nulls because this is just a post. What was it? Post table, FB posts only. Memory performance analysis, full table scan. Okay, can we improve with index configuration, entire scans, index font? What could we have done? This materialized thing we could have used, and also this avoids full scan every time. Okay, why does full scan sequentially read? Very low memory use, only running aggregated state. There is one for cold days. Then this is unnecessarily making it complicated. So what we have to do around, okay, average goal is 0 and number of likes, okay, and then get average. What is if businesses post with null likes should be treated as 0. But that goal is average is streaming aggregated. It scans the table once. But IO cost is due to full table scan. I want to see how explain this one. Congrats. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Puppy. Okay, step by step explanation on this replaces null values with 0. Why it's replacing null? Because we are not even passing any nulls. Replace values. What is this? flags are null, treat them as zero engagement. Okay. Without coalesce, it will be 15. With coalesce, it will act as a zero, which is a good point actually. Yeah, now it makes sense because it ignore zero. Notice how relay changes. This is a business. Oh, that's a very good point actually. I don't. I didn't thought of like using or capturing null. So I think yeah, you guys can keep it in mind. Like if there is a such question, adding small like little twist to this answer that yeah, if there is a possibility that nulls are there, then we could have used coalesce or use the technique to use the logic to capture the null, which is like either null if or reducing the counts itself. Like there was this small logic here where the if there is a null, then count will be zero, else it will be number of like the counts. Eh, so again, check sum of numbers, count of total posts. Okay, and then divide it based on that. This count function captures null or not. Uh, Counts all rows, includes rows where columns are null, which means like the count will be fine even if there are nulls, it will be counted. But when we are doing the aggregate, it won't. No is null. Non counts distinct non-null values. Okay. Now I'll just place okay number of counts and then I just still want to give it a shot to this one where like coalesce is there. So if it's a null, it will be replaced with zero. Then average and then round it to 2. I'll quickly check on the coalesce scale. Coalesce must return the first non-value. Null 1 2. Let's try. First is null. Try this way. Then run. You should give 2. Okay. So first non-null value it will return. I like this solution more than the others where like we are uh, dividing the total count and doing the manual average, like getting the sum and then dividing based on the values. Okay, so after GPT, I'll say I'll rate myself 4 point. No, points are not. I'm sorry, yeah, definitely after GPT answer or logic, I'll rate 4 out of 5, which is pretty fine. Um, Moving to the next question. So this is the third question of the day. I want to complete 10, so I'm just aiming and going faster comparatively, which I am not. So now the next one is 2141. Most recent employee details. It is asked in Amazon. Let's see the question. First, I'll copy. And then ID is 2141. Okay, let's start the timer and then read the question. Amazon's information technology team is looking for information on employees' most recent login. Most recent login. Um, okay, which is like when they had logged in, the output should include all information related to each employee's most recent login. I can use Max here. Group by worker, like we need stars, like we need all the details for the employee. So group by worker ID, and then it was there was one more thing. Max as okay, I'll try it. Max well. Okay, let me Amazon department is looking for information on most recent login. Oh, Max, not a worker ID. Sorry, my bad. Max login time should be there. Login timestamp. Max login date. Don't even need group by. Look for the information and employee. Recent login. By you don't even need to do group by. Why am I even thinking of doing a group by? Max login timestamp. Here in maybe I can use exist, but then how exist will work? But uh, max partition by worker ID. That should work. Let me see. Max timestamp partition by over, and then just order by. Is it a simple group by? Any suggestions? Any idea? Order by, I'll just do a order by worker ID. And group by, can it be done with the group by, simple group by? From, okay, and then every details with the max login, like the instead of max value, I'll just say latest login information, recent login. Okay, so I feel that's it. Do we need to use group by? I could have used exist, and then I'm thinking exist won't make sense, and as well correlated queries. If I can use correlated queries, CTE is required, not required. Group by. Group by. We also don't need group by. Or let's check for the alternative solutions. How much I'll rate myself? I'll probably rate myself 5 out of 5, but I'm having this feeling that there might be some more easier solution to it. Okay, I'll just stop the timer. And it could be solved in another way as well. So for now, I'll score 5 out of 5 for solving this for the logic. We'll see for the. It was 6 minutes timer. I feel it is over now. So I'll upload again. And I got this prompt. I'll use this prompt as well. Like my system is slow. Close. Assume. Okay, max login correctness review. Major logic issue. Why this does not return most recent login or imply there is no partition by worker ID. Okay. And this computes are running max across the table. Edge cases not handled properly. Max ignores null safe. Return duplicate rows. Expensive window. Sort. Okay. What could they are using the correlated queries. Partition by fear. I don't think so. Rank is that much required. Heavy sorting, okay. What I'll do, I'll just do partition by for here. Partition by worker ID and order by like the login timestamp. I don't think so order by is even required. I just leave it and get the max login date for that specific. Can get the max group by worker ID and then get it and then do a join. Okay, we could have done it as well. And this is the solution which came to my mind first. But I don't know. I thought of using a partition by that it works or not. Still feel what is the error as a result? Works. Syntax error. Order by timestamp. It. But I think still it won't work. Partition by worker ID. Am I giving it a wrong? Partition by and then over. Am I again using the spelling wrong? But yeah, spelling is wrong. Okay. Okay. Still giving me the max. Let me verify if it's giving me the correct answer or not. So let's take the. We won't get the distinct count. Or we will get duplicates as well, which is anyways the wrong solution because it will duplicate the table. And even if I try to get the distinct records, right, it um the problem will be these are not distinct, so I have to use this Windows function. Okay, next strategy. The prompt. See again a prompt correctness. Does it handle null cases, duplicates, performance, optimization, readability can be cleaner for team use. Like strategy suggestion that would improve performances. Okay, 10 plus million rows. Index strategies. Let's see. Index is still not there. More efficient alternative for larger data sets is that to use the join first, get the max value, and then based on that join, that is the self join on a aggregated view of the table, and keep this side. Max login. Okay. So again, CTE is also there. I don't want to go in that. I didn't want to go. I rather wanted to stick to a simpler solution, I'll say. Oh, so I think yeah, like there could have been a better approach to go with the self join or use the partition in ranking way rather than using it to get direct the max results. Okay, moving to the next question. This is Third question which I have solved, like score after GPT. After GPT answer, score GPT answer I'll rate. Yeah, obviously it's a wrong. 2 for the efforts. Yeah, because it's a wrong solution, so I'll just rate myself 2 out of 5 for this one. Okay, let's also feel free to add your suggestions, what you feel uh, like could be the right solution or is the right solution. And feel free to drop uh, in chat box that this could be the solution. I'll try to work on that as well. And if you are new to SQL at all, you can just still try to crack your head and like see what solution you get. Is it the same or something new? Okay, moving to the next question. So post likes, I have done most recent employee details is done as well. Now third heaviest shipment. This is where I think this is the question I should put a separate video on it, because these are the questions which is third max salary, third employer employee with the third highest salary from a specific department. Yeah, these questions are like very common in interviews, and it these questions are asked n number of times. Okay, for this one I'll just say two. Bit sad, but it's fine. So the simplest logic, just to solve the question fast, I just used the wrong logic. Anyways, mistakes are part of life. Let me update that question title and the ID number. Okay, so the next question is, so the question completed are 4 now. Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4. I hope my video is not buffering too much now. It's fine. If not, guys, just let me know. Okay. I have so like 4 questions are done already. Moving to the fifth question of the day. Today the questions are pretty easy. I don't know how suddenly. Okay, sorry, I didn't started the timer. Question. You have been asked by Amazon to find the shipment ID and the weight of third heaviest shipment. Output the shipment ID, total weight for that shipment. In the event of a tie, do not skip ranks. In the event of a tie, do not skip the ranks. Is it too confused? Does it even make sense? In the event of a tie, do not skip ranks. Of a tie, do not skip the rank. Is it a proverb or something? I don't know. Like, does it mean do not skip the ranks in the rush? Okay, this is the easy level for Amazon. You have been asked by Amazon to find the shipment ID and the weight of the third heaviest shipment. Third heaviest shipment. Third heaviest shipment. Shipment ID, weight. Partition by shipment ID, and then order by weight, and then get rank equal to 3. Okay. We just need the shipment ID and the weight. Let's see. Partition by shipment ID, order by weight, VHT, and then weight should be uh, descending. Row number. There could be chances of duplicate. So shall I use dense rank? I'll just use a dense rank. What was the question? The Amazon to find the shipment ID and the weight of the third heaviest shipment. Okay, dense rank over first, and it will be a rank. I'll name it as rank. Here, can I use it inside? No, fine. Like that. Like star from where okay, like I'll name it as T1. T1 dot rank. And I use the row number. Station part. Okay, so if I use a dense rank, it won't give me. Why not for one? Okay, sub ID. So it's still not making sense. I mean, something feels off. There is subject ID, and then there's a shipment ID. Then there are three. It should be ranked under one because these are like this is the first highest, then the heaviest, then this is the second heaviest, and there should be a third heaviest. Okay, let's consider they are not using the they are not they just want us to use the row number rather than dense rank or rank. I'll just stop the timer. I'll read the question. Let me start it again. I just want to verify my solution. Any suggestions? Feel free to drop a suggestion if there is any. Let's see. You have been asked by Amazon to find the shipment ID, okay, which I am finding out, and weight of the third heaviest shipment, which means we are not considering in the shipment. Like we are not considering if it's a duplicate or if it's the same one. We just need the ID, shipment ID. Okay, I'll verify this solution. It could be very boring. One doesn't want, or like for initial levels it's bit boring if you know like all the logic more better way. Yes, let's break it down. Your query correctness review, long partition by sub. Let's see other IDs. Shipment ID, subject date. Hmm. So partition by shipment ID, ranking row instead each shipment, not ranking shipments globally. Let's see what does it mean. Missing aggregation, asking us total weight. Oh, total weight for that shipment ID. Okay, so we need to do the about the shipment ID and the total weight for that third heaviest shipment. Okay, missing output. The handling requirement 10th rank. We try to use the 10th rank. Select shipment ID sum. Okay, group by shipment ID. Then what it is doing is for okay, total shipment. So I misread the question completely. You have been asked by Amazon to find the shipment ID and weight of third heaviest shipment. Third heaviest shipment. Okay. I'm trying to look for other solution. Yeah, limit and offset is always there. And what else? Memory and compute has aggregation. Um, okay, so one it is using CTE, then it is further using the correlated query, much clearer for teams. Okay, alternative approach, subquery without CTE. Directly could have used the subquery rather than dense rank and then group. Okay, I could have done it as well. And can we use it the group by dense rank order by sum of the weight in dense rank on sum of the weight based on the shipment ID and get it correlated queries. Let's see the correlated queries having two equal to. Okay, this execution plan Thinking. Mm, okay, so what I can do here is uh I read misread the question. I'll give it a try one more time using the CTE and then uh or better leave it as it is, keep it as a mistake and then try it out for questions as well. Or like let me give it a try quickly. Keep my solution as it is. GPT solution. Okay, for GPT solution, I need to do shall I use city? Okay, let's use city rank. First I'll do group by shipment ID and then sum of the weight thief from Amazon underscore shipment. Okay, now select star from another correlated query. Select shipment ID, comma partition by, and again partition by or I need to sense rank. I need to over order by sum of the weight. Order by sum of the weight based on the descending order. Okay, from here we need to get this. Here I need to give it a alias as rank. Oh, not, and this is some total. I'll just give it a total weight. Total weight. And better I could have used total weight by shipment ID. So from total weight we can get as Wait. um, From total. Wait. Where rank equal to 3. What's wrong with this one now? Shipment ID does not exist. Okay, spelling mistake. Shipment ID. Shipment ID. Okay, we don't need the rank. Select star. Shipment ID and then wait some. Shipment. There are two IDs. With there is CTE. I feel there is a small thing what I could have done. I think I mixed two solutions. Select total as shipment ID. Total as this much. Text size is fine. It's fine. Rank equal to 3. Okay, so for now I'll just keep this solution. But then the solution by GPT was like pretty good. There was one where it's grouping and then after that doing this limit and offset. Limit and offset I don't use generally because like there are back questions on it in interviews. But this is something what I was trying to follow from shipment totals. And then there was one more solution. Yeah, this one like where partition by shipment ID and then uh like in same correlated query what it is doing, getting the rank and then sorting, filtering out for that rank, the row number based on the partition by shipment ID, order by weight. I think this won't work. Oh, this is my previous solution. Just one more. 10th rank. This is fine. Yeah. No, okay. Not again this one. This is simple CTE with the limit offset. Yeah, okay, this one. In this solution, like what directly is happening, they are ordering based on the total weight, and this total weight is coming from shipment total, which is also the same thing. Okay. Okay, so which means I followed pretty much similar thing. Am I using the sum with no? Okay, it looks like I understood the solution properly and used the same one. So I'll say 5 questions are done. This was question number fifth. So 5 questions are done. It's pretty fine, and I've been. Okay, it's already 1.5 hour. I'll take a short break and we'll be back in 5 10 minutes. Hello. Hi, guys. Okay, let's start with the next question. Question number 6 for the series. This question is already done. Just post third heaviest shipment. Okay. So, number of hires during specific time period. Number of hires during specific time periods. And then this question is asked in Deloitte, one of the big four financial institutes. I'll close this one. I tried uh, to attempt the question. So, like, I'll rate myself. How much this video? Okay, I'll rate myself. Yeah, I thought the solution I did was correct because I was doing it based on the shipment ID and then getting the subject ID as like third highest. Then again, how third highest? I did I? Oh yeah. Okay. Um, I understood the question wrong. Need to move fast of this question. So I'll stick to it. Close it. I'll start the timer and read the next question. Number of hires during specific time period. Number of hires during a specific time period, which is fine. Like again, a date range of. I assume date sort of date range in. Again, I'll use it in the range form rather than using it in the where clause and then using the functions. You have asked to find the number of employees, and the number of employees hired between the months of Jan and July in year 2020, 2022 inclusive. Like this is just additional terms inclusive. Like we need to give everything. The number of employees in month of Jan and July. Inclusive is also there. Your output should contain the number of employees hired in the given time frame. Number of employees, just the count of the employees. And this question is asked for data engineer, ML engineer roles. Let's see. For Deloitte. Okay. So we have employee IDs. So I'm considering ID as employee ID because this is a employee table. And we need the between the joining date for a specific date. So I'll just quickly copy the column name, give the time date range. I'm not going to use between, rather I just still stick to the range, like that range filter for Jan till July. So 2022 Jan, if it's a Jan 0101, uh, and like date joining date less than. So it says everything in July. So I will take August last, like August 0801. Feel free, guys, like if you have any, like why I'm using specific thing or I should use specific thing, because I'm also, I won't say I'm new, but yeah, I still learning at a learning phase, so you can suggest. Let's see. These there are like only 3 employees, and then give the count of employee IDs. Count the ID. Okay, total employees are 3. So I'll just stop the timer. And yeah, I feel This was the requirement. Find the number of employees hired between the month of this and this. Inclusive. So since it was inclusive, I used the whole July month. How much I'll rate myself for this one? I'll rate 5 out of 5. And if it's a 5 out of 5, as per GPT as well, this is the time to celebrate. Because out of these 5 questions, approximately 4 are 5 out of 5, like I have solved. One was pretty wrong. Not, no, no. I think 2 were wrong. Yeah, so out of 5, 3 were 5 out of 5. Like 3 questions, I just solved correctly for today. Okay, I'll verify it and ask for the alternative solutions and check for any optimized solutions if there are any. And because of the GPT, there is a lag in my video. I feel taking too much time to load. Maybe I should start a new chat. I'll read the question. The claim query. Let's review for correctness of, yeah, it's a 5 out. Again, null handling. Why it's again and again pushing me for null handling? Am I asking? Joining date is null, not handling, and then also duplicates. Oh, yeah, I didn't check on the duplicate. So if I go back, and then think it in a way, yeah, but it will be, they won't be duplicate because this is directly the primary key of this table, which is like ID, and then there won't be multiple. Could be, but then how we know? There'll be one joining date for an employee, even if business wise we see there'll be only one date. So definitely not a duplicate, and there's not null. Assuming that there is no nulls. So if that is not the assumption, then definitely we need to handle the duplicates and the null. Readability is fine. We are joining. We could have used between, but then again, it just was if yeah, if there is timestamp. Okay, so like looks like add index on joining date and then count star if null. Prefer count star if ID cannot be null. Okay, so I should have used distinct. This is one thing I felt because I assume there is no null and there is no duplicate. Could have used, I'll say like, I'll deduct 1 mark for it. Could have used the distinct and considered nulls. Okay, so that's all for this question. So total questions solved are 6. I think it's time to celebrate because I feel just a small mistake, which is like assumption that there is no duplicates. Okay, and okay, then I'll just close this one. Okay. Celebration. No celebration. Okay. But yeah, you need a booster. I was feeling okay. Already, like it's pretty. Like I did 6 questions. So this is the next question. Let's go to the next question already. I'll ping the ID and then the question title. Most recent employee login. Okay, third heaviest number of employees. Now, unique employee logins. Unique employee logins. And this question is asked in Meta. Close this one. Ping the ID in the. I'll update the title as well. Is 2156. It's employee login. Okay, I think I have solved this question previously. Uh, since I have solved it, I won't solve it again. I think I have the test bookmarked it as well. Okay, you have been tasked with finding the worker ID of individual who logged in between the inclusive of 13. So since I like used inclusive, I just took the 20th rather than 19th. So that to avoid any timestamp or something. So like let's say the login is uh, 12:13 or something like uh, post midnight. So or like 0013, it will exclude anything for 20th and it will just take the sharp cut at till 12 a.m. That's how this just truncates everything for that specific date, like with the timestamp. So, okay, I'll just close this one, which is already done. Moving to the next one, April and May signups. I guess I have already done this one as well. Let's see. Okay. Seems like I have done it, but why I didn't? There's no solution. Since there is no solution, I just quickly try to work on this one and I'll update the IDs in the uh, video. The ID is 59. If you are following along, if you have already done these questions, you can still wait and see if the logic you used is same or if I'm using something different or what should I prefer rather than, like, you can always suggest how you have been asked to get a list of all signups. You have been asked to get a list of all the sign up IDs with transaction start dates either April or May. Oh, I remember this question. What I was doing is I was taking the month function, uh, a month function. So rather I should have used a date range again. April, May. Okay, start dates in either April or May. Since a sign up ID can be used for multiple transactions, only output the unique ID. So we need just a unique ID. That's why I guess the date type signups. That was the question. Sign up IDs, and we need to display only the unique ID, unique sign up IDs. And is there another table? Let's see. That the transaction start date. So there is here like transaction start date again date range. The year is not mentioned. in such cases, if year is not mentioned, I'm not gonna assume that the table have like just 2020 data because it's not mentioned anywhere. So shall I use a month function? I don't think so. Rather, rather I should use exists. Okay, I'll just use exist here. I don't want to make it very complicated, but I also don't want uh, that this GPT suggests me that there is a optimization issue and so. Okay, I just need distinct IDs, so I'll directly use a sign up ID for my exist. Okay. From transactions where exist ex, ex, and then give it a name E1. So even if there will be a duplicates, it will be also ignored. So select what? Select NFIDs. Mm, Or I should just check. I was just thinking of using related query. Select time sign up ID from transaction with transaction. Or if I create a month, maybe let me try it out that way. Because I remember like we can use. It's good to use. Yeah, it's good to use. What you call it? Uh, Functions in select rather to use it in the where clause. So select star, comma, and then get the month from transaction. Give it this way, and then give it a name T1. For now, I'll just won't work on exist. Remove the exist, and then we need the unique sign up ID as well. So distinct and where month equal to where month in basically uh 4 and 5 from T1 dot transaction start date. Issue. No function matches the given name and argument types. This date, so it should give the date. is correct. I remember month we can use this way. This is Postgre. Let me. Which means I have already solved it in my SQL. Yeah, this was the solution I thought is correct, but then GPT suggested not to use functions in bear clause. So that's why I'm trying another way. This should work. Then you have an error. From T1 and then okay. Now the error is an error issue. Known column month in bear clause. Oops, I didn't named it MNTH. Something like that. These are the unique IDs which have looks like all of it are there. Have the transaction. Why transaction? Transaction date. We need to get the transaction start date. Yeah. So 201 102 also have the other IDs. We need to get the have to get a list of it. Okay. If I run this one, it's same. I can get the count like to verify the solution. Like I have already covered this one and I know this is the solution. I'm much concerned on checking verifying it on GPT. Okay. So I'll leave this question because it's already covered and won't count it for question coverage for this series. 50, which means like this is sort of correct. I'll close this one and okay, I'll update the next Oregon's. I think I have already covered this question as well. Let me check in my skill. Okay, I didn't cover this one. There was one similar question for Oregon hermit sales. Okay, Organo's prior month sale. Okay, the sale division is investigating their sales for past month in Oregon. Calculate the total revenue generated from Oregon-based customer for April. Okay, this is more on wait, a lot of weird clause. Calculate the total revenue generated from Oregon. Let's join based on online orders, and then next one is customers. Product ID. Okay, then started the timer. The sales division is investigating their sales for past month in Oregon. The past month is April 2022. They'll join the tables and then see to check sales division their sales for sales. Okay, we need to check the sales. The sales even part of it. Okay, there is, and then we need to join based on the customer ID and then ID. Orders ID equal to dot customer ID and so in where clause I need to first select for the state and then date should be April for the order placed. So from orders table you need to check the sold date sold so date sold. Okay, and date sold for April I'll just use again the range 20 2022 basically. So starting from 1st of the April and it sold as then T22 1st of the May. So ID in the order dot ID. Then orders we have, okay, in orders we have product ID and then in customer we have ID. So just switched it. Now we have the results and we have selected for the specific state and as well as the date. Now calculate the total revenue generated from So total revenue generated will be coming from units sold. So like sum of the units sold. So I feel pretty confident with this one. Total revenue as total revenue date. And did I updated it in the okay Oregon and then IDs 26. Okay, if I have to rate myself, I feel like this is a straightforward ask. I didn't stop the timer. The sales division is investigating their sales for last one. Okay, I feel like I can stop the timer and this is the correct answer, the expected answer. And let's as a provide check for nulls. I didn't check for the nulls. Should have checked for the nulls. Let's verify. If it is getting stuck, I think I need to clear the cache memory of this. Excellent, this is kind of query looks correct at first glance, but has a serious logical issue. Oh, okay. Let's see. Here, class, I'm using issue incorrect join. I think I have done the same error previously. What I was doing is I was just joining based on the products in this product, like online orders only. It was a so we have online orders and online customers. And if that's the case, we should consider that there are orders which are not placed by these online customers. Let's see what it is. You are joining product ID with. Oh, oh. Am I joining product ID? Such a big blunder. I should have used customer IDs and I used the product ID. Oh my god. Such a big. No, no. Okay. I need to use the correct. Let's see. The item sold into unit price. Was there a unit price as well? Item sold cost in okay. Could be a simple logic, but I have used um but I have didn't use it smartly. One wrong join, second I didn't calculate, I just calculated the units sold rather than checking the actual revenue generated based on those. Pretty what I'm not reading the statements. correctly is what I'll update it. Reading this. Shall I update it or keep it as it is? Yeah, definitely I should update at least this part. Customer ID, and then instead of units sold, it should be units sold into the cost of those units, because we are calculating the total revenue. So total revenue will be 226. Now I don't want to pass. I'll just pass the answer. I'll just pass the code, the updated one. Minute. I'll just quickly. हो से लोगों ने delete. I hope now it works fine. Okay, I'll move to the next question then. And what's there in this one? Ending. No, I verified it. How much I'll rate myself for this one? I just completely used the wrong logic, so I'll just rate zero. No, no, zero is too rude. I'll rate one for the good attempt. So I'll rate one myself because anyway, like I was using the product ID rather than customer ID. I should have checked out the whole table rather than just assuming product ID that way. Okay, what else? So yeah, one I'll rate for this one, although I did it in pretty less time. So this was question number seventh. Let's see the next question for this one. Sorting movies by duration. This will be eighth question, and I'll update the title as well. It's better to update the title every time so that like if someone is watching this video later, it will be helpful for you guys or even for myself. If I just want to revisit what I solved, how I solved, where I am. I mean, where I am in terms of level of comfort, I'll say. And this name here. Okay, you have been asked to sort movies. I'll just start the timer. Right, okay, the tick size looks very small suddenly. And why did I attempted this question? Let me see. Okay, I didn't, but still the text size. Oh, okay, I need to log in again. I'll refresh this page. Keep on and go back and try out the question. Okay, 18 size is fine. I'll start the timer. Sorting movies by duration time. Okay. And you have been asked to sort movies according to their duration in descending order. You have been asked to sort movies according to their duration in the descending order. Your output should contain all columns sorted by movie duration in the given set. So we need to use the order by duration. And we need to you have been asked to sort movies according to their duration in descending order. Is this just about you have been asked to sort movies according to their duration? That's all. Is it? Yeah. Then I can stop timer. It's just a order by how much I'll rate myself. Obviously five. I mean, for such question, why will I rate less? Load it to GPT. Check for any nulls, any duplicates, anything like that. Okay, great. I'll check now correctness edge case. Okay, my order by duration is fine. Duration is not null. Again, like handling the null is important. And I'm missing this step again and again. I should handle like null cases basically. If there could be chances that there are null cases, and then taking something wrong with my chair. Brightness too less. Okay. Um, Perform a full table scan, sketch, or yeah, we don't need to use limit and all. I think this um longest movies first. Yeah, small improvement in clarity longest. Okay, we need to add comments. It's very important when you are working in a team that to mention comments time to time. It will be helpful. Scalability without index. Yeah, definitely because I'm not using indexes anywhere so far, and I won't use for now until I go to the medium level or something questions. Okay, so moving to the next question. So 8 questions are completed for this. So I have covered total 8 questions. Moving to the next question. Closing this one. Duration. Sorting by second character. Sorting by second character. Sort by second character. You have been asked to arrange a column of random IDs in ascending alphabetical orders based on their second character. Okay, interesting question. Sort order by. Let's see if I can directly use order the substring. There's one more. What was it? Trunk date format. Tracked. I'll just use substring ID, and I need to get the second record, end it at third, and then order by alphabetical order on their second alphabetical ascending order. Order by substring. Syntax error near substring string. Substring. This is the code. We can't use it in order by, is it? Sorting based on the. Can I extract the substring at least as SCB order, or am I? Oh, am I using wrong index? Okay, I think this is the answer. You have been asked to. I didn't update it neither. I started the timer. And ID is 2166. 2166. Okay, I feel that is the solution. Let's just quickly verify. I don't have to verify for these things, but then yet validate and verify. So this will be a ninth question already. I'll say I completed 9 questions, definitely. Let's get this right. Logical issue. Set substring means start at position 2. Oh, not just the second character. Which is bad, bad, bad. Wrong use of substring. Order by substring ID and then order by ID. Why order by ID? Oh, like if it's AA, then order by ID. This guy is not substring. Correct and clean version. Okay, so I think the issue is I used the wrong way. How much I'll rate myself? I'll rate myself 4 because I know the logic, but I didn't knew. No, I'll rate myself 3. Because I knew the logic, but I didn't exactly know how to use the substring in that way. So I am using it as an index rather than actual string substring function. So I shouldn't be using it as a index, but rather use it as a actual substring, like a extraction of string, extraction of a character from or some set of characters from a string. Okay, which means nine questions are completed. I'll move to the 10th question. I'll still give it a shot to few more questions. Okay. Sorting by second character is done. Find non-HSSCT scores. Let's see what is non. And this question is asked in companies like Journal Assemblies, Cup- Kaplan, Kaplan. This Kaplan. Student. There is 26 non-profit corporation that provides education services, colleges. Oh, Graham's Holdings. Graham. There is the American Government Holding Company. Yeah, more of a educational holdings seems a big. Hmm. Okay, I'll just close it and find SAT scores of students whose highs do not end with. I'll just start the timer. Find SAT scores of students whose high school name do not end with HS. High school names. Okay, so let's see the tables. We have one table that is SAT scores, and we don't want the student whose high school names doesn't start do not end with. We can use regex as well, but rather than using regex I will just mm, use like operator. I can use regex as well. First I'll just try with the regex. Where high school, did I read the query correctly? Find SAT scores of the students. SAT scores of students. SAT average SAT. There a specific SAT score for high school. SAT scores. It's not mentioned which SAT scores, so I'll just display all SAT scores better. Average SAT score. I do not end with find SAT scores. We need to find all SAT scores. I'll copy the columns. Student ID. Then we have writing. We have verbal. We have math. And then the date and all we don't need. ID also we don't need. Then we don't need this either. We are um we are high school names. So when I say that school, not like percentage HS. I'll just make sure that it's not um lower or the case like case issue uppercase or lowercase. I'll also display the school name as well. regex. How to use regex? Uh, the wildcards EP. Like I am just trying to recall how to use the wildcard. Something like this, ending with and then starting with. Regex expression like regex replace substring and the string. So I can use regex regex p like p regex p like for school or school anything ending with this. So we don't want it. So not. So there is a regex p, then there is regex p superstar. Sub I mean substring to be str. I'll check. I'm checking in Postgre. I'll copy it in SQL, MySQL. Questions 9 already completed. In MySQL, rather. Regex not. Hmm, we do it differently in here. I need to name regex p, regex p, regex p. Not school, not regex p. Okay. So this is the result I feel. I'll just stop the timer. How much I'll rate myself? Because I forgot this how to use regex p. I'll rate 3. Because I know the logic, what to use. I'm just keep on forgetting the syntax and like how to use that specific formula. Okay, that's it. And check for the let's see the results. Getting stuck for some reason. No, not regex. Do not end with regex. I guess I use dollar sign. Okay. Okay, what did you get? Yeah, I am using this one. I think it's not reflected in the query, so I feel this is correct. And also, I use the like, so it is also fine. Faster than regex. Yeah, I use like as well as the as well as both. Both are fine. It's like some for some reason it's giving me wrong. Using right and then function, I didn't use it because it's not suggested so much. Let's see, like in the end, you need improvement. I mean, that is because it's not reading my percentage there. Oh, sorry, dollar sign there. Okay, so I feel like I'll rate myself 5 out of 5. Uh, Anyways, I have solved this query. Close other tabs. I'll be back in a minute. Pretty happy. Continue. And now want to be okay. Uh, Products with mass sorting used. Means they dirty hotel rooms. I need to dirty hotel rooms. Update the details. Mm, and I'm looking for one of the guy like who was uh doing something on this coding. Quickly check it. No, I don't see him. Okay, I don't see. Let's come back. And today update ID 9602. Doubtful on 960. Oh, I started with the 9 series. Nice. Am I still on the easy level, right? And the question is 9602. Let's see the question. I'll start the timer. Find hotels in the Netherlands that got complaints from guests about room dirtiness, were dirty in its negative review. Output all the columns in your result. So we just need to search for the word dirty. It looks like it's more on a now string functions. Where can we use in like that? Let me try. Yeah, we search. Let me search. Dirty inside the reviews. So hotel address review. Review date, review nationality, negative review. Inside the negative review, I need to find out. Mm, if it exists or not. If it exists or not. Or not. I need to read it text split and then there must be a function to check a word. Char inside function. Like, let me quickly search for the functions in MySQL. The text function in MySQL. There should be some. um, I don't remember text function. I am not able to text function in MySQL. I mean string function basically. We can call it string function. Concat, char length, char. Return the character from each string. If return the character for each integer passed. Okay. Find. There is a find. Find. Is there a find? Insert. Find in set field. Within a index of first argument within second argument. Index of first argument in subsequent argument. Field. Okay. And then field is there. Find is there. Oops. Like is there. The easiest one is like. It's a silly mistake. Like is there. I don't need anything else. I don't even need to go that far to search for a string. I just completely forgot that there exists. I'll put a space in between here so that it don't pick anything else. It don't pick. What's wrong? Yeah, it don't pick anything like dirty mess or some other word associated to that. Okay. There are reviews. So we need to find the hotels in Netherlands. Hotels in Netherlands. Hotel address. Let's see what all columns are there. Lat and long review, tags, uh, positive review, negative review, hotel address. So we only have hotel address. So I'll check also Netherlands in like Netherlands. I should convert it into lowercase. Let's see if it wrong or not. In Netherlands, got complaints from guests about hotel. So we just need to get the hotel. What address is there? Every hotel name. I just need the hotel name. I won't do select star, instead just hotel name. These are the hotels in Netherlands, okay, which have dirty in there and negative word dirty negative output all the columns in your result. Output all the columns. Need select star. and then run this one. Okay, I'll just get it reviewed. I feel like if I have to score myself, I'll score. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because I forgot the like operator, that there exists something as a like operator. I completely forgot about it. How much I should, how much I should rate myself? Mm, how much? How much? -2 for not remembering it, definitely. Now, after GPT solution, okay, before GPT solution, it will be 3. Uh, so 3 out of 5. Let's see after GPT solution. Does it change or does it remain same? Then let's do production correctness edge. Okay, very dead. So I shouldn't have used those space there. Case sensitivity. MySQL default case insensitive, definitely, but it is case sensitive. Yeah, leading wildcards, skill index usage, null handling is not there. So let's see what could be the correct solution. And propose gray, like would have used I like. hmm Then word boundaries. Case insensitive regex. Wow, this is something new I'm looking at. I never worked in Postgres, so I don't know. Best solution for Postgres, best solution for MySQL is, oh, there is a match against 30 in natural language mode. Oh, this skills far better. I'm not sure what it is. I'll just check what it is. So getting stuck today. Check what is. Watching this me itself. Hey, just stop hanging. Good question. This is important for context. That is nature image mode mean organization split. Don't say it's using really the natural language. This seems an interesting thing. I'll make a note of it. Check it in another place. Yeah, I guess so. Total question covered. This is 11th question number. I think that is enough for the day. I just did one question extra. I wanted to do more, but then I think it's enough for the day, and then I can come back tomorrow and then do it. Okay, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Whoever is watching this video, whoever wants to join, who wants to, uh, yeah, whoever wants to follow along, we'll see you tomorrow then, guys. And what else? What else? Think I did pretty fine today. Um, these are basic questions, and I didn't felt like it's more of too 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 much of challenge. I didn't felt so it was pretty fine. But I still stretched too much because of multiple breaks and then getting distracted. I hope I'll just sort it out soon. So see you guys tomorrow. I always say tomorrow, but sometimes I don't show up. I feel bad about it, but I try to make sure I show up next day. 100% I'll try to show up tomorrow. See you guys. Bye bye. Good night.